감정에 최대 유효한 기간 널 신경 쓴 적 없지 그냥 그러려니 난 그저 여전히 아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah, I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love 너무 당연해 I'm gonna love yeah. 여전히
난 너에게 두 step back 무시했지 메시지 이제 그만 let it know 또 고민이 돼 매일매일 이건 마치 게임 let's 배워가고 있어 전부 I've been so foolish 너의 웃는 모습 때문에 최선을 다해 for you
아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah, I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love 너무 당연해 I'm gonna love 여전히 여전해
내게는 참 쉬워
사람들이 다 흔히 말하는 연애의 온도도 사랑이라는 감정에 최대 유효한 기간 널 신경 쓰니 난 그저 여전히 아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah, I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love 너무 당연해 I'm gonna love
yeah.
여전히
난 너에게 두 step back 무시했지 메시지 이제 그만 let it know 또 고민이 돼 매일매일 이건 마치 게임 let's 배워가고 있어 전부 I've been so foolish 너의 웃는 모습 때문에 최선을 다해 for you
아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah, I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love
Assalamualaikum, good evening, salam UiTM dihatiku, dan salam keluarga UiTM. Welcome to Iem Recruitment Drive session October 2021 to February 2022. I bid to Mr. Azwan bin Tukyar as our advisor and to all students. For your information, this program is our initiative for engineering students at UiTM Pulau Pinang to participate in the Institution of Engineers Malaysia (IEM) and to know what is IEM and how to join IEM. For this session of Recruitment Drive, we bring three speakers from IEM Penang branch itself in order to tell more details about IEM. Our first speaker, let's welcome Engineer Technologist Bernard Lim, Chairman of the Institution of Engineers Malaysia Penang branch. Hi Engineer Bernard, how are you?
Yeah, doing fine, thank you. Selamat petang.
Selamat petang.
Boleh
Okay.
dengar?
Okay, our second speaker is Technologist Low Chung Kit, Chairman of IEM Young Engineer Section Penang branch. Hi Technologist Chung Kit, how are you?
Hi Saswan, hi, good evening.
Hi, sehat. And our last speaker, please welcome Mr. Sim Kai Sheng, Vice Chairman of IEM Young Engineer Section Penang branch. Hi, Mr.
Hi,
Sim.
Mr. Shazwan. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, nice to meet you. Thank you for all your time and willingness to join us in our program to tell us more about the Institution of Engineers Malaysia. Without further ado, I would like to invite Engineer Technologist Bernard Lim, Chairman of the Institution of Engineers Malaysia Penang branch, to tell us more. What is IEM in general? Please.
Saya ingin would like to to say a few words for today. First of all, we have thanks a lot for inviting IEM to share a little bit more to all the UiTM graduates of current students as well as going to be graduate as well. So I would like to thank your advisor, Encik Muhammad Azwan, as well as engineer technologist Muhammad Azrizal bin Fauzi. Thank you very much as well. And also thank all of you to spend some time today as well to, approximately 2 hours with us, listening, especially for IEM. This is actually one of important topic why that we come to you today. From my past experience, I graduated in the early 19s, and one of the things that I've always been told was that after you graduate, or even right now at this junction as a student, it's good that first step as an engineer, first register with Board of Engineer, number one. I have many people that come to me, let's say working for over 20 years, and one of the thing is that they come to me and say, oh, I'd like to get an IR, for example, a PE. And the first question I asked them was that, have you registered with Board of Engineers? And say, oops, then okay, fine, doesn't matter. Okay, let's start the process. Let's start the process of how you can become a PE. And then they'll say, okay, let's register with Board of Engineers. Then okay, your experience only start when you register with Board of Engineers. P equals to 0 is when you register. So imagine you have studied, you have worked 20 years. And a lot of the friends that I know, very high technical people, they are PhD, and they have also a director or vice president of a company, but they did not register the Board of Engineers. So what eventually a lot of them happens is that, oops, they have to register and then they have to do their 3 years working experience under either whichever method, either logbook or even as through BEM as well. So one of the things that we always want to teach or want to advise is that never forget, number one, once you graduate, register with Board of Engineers. That's number one, very important. And that's according to Engineer Act as well, right? So this step one that from my past experience. So when I graduated, first step is that, nowadays it's very easy. Everything's online. In the past, I have to hand carry it up to JKL office in KL, right? So difficult. So first step, that's very important. I hope that you all remember that. And this is very important. Now, of course, if you, for IEM itself, the second step is, of course, register with IEM. And it's easy to join now as a student. And the fees are very cheap as well, You have to pay a very small fee. And for the whole term, you only pay one time, right? That's number two. So it's very important that after that, of course, the more detailed process, I will let my fellow presenters, Mr. Sim, as well as engineer TS Chungkip, to explain further. But this is some quick words that I have for all of you, right? So I would like to, and of course, I'm actually the branch chairman for this year and next year branch chairman for Penang branch. And we are always here. We have our office in Egate, right? So anyone that needs help, we are always open, right, to help out as much as possible. Right, so do enjoy this 2-hour session, and I hope that thank you for giving us this opportunity as well. Okay, so thank you very much, and I pass over to Shazwan, back to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Bernard. Okay, now we move to the second question. As we all know, in IEM we have Young Engineer Section. So let us invite Technologies Low Chung Ki, Chairman of IEM Young Engineer Section Penang Branch, to tell us what is IEM Young Engineer Section.
Yeah, so everyone can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good evenings to Injects Muhammad Azwan bin Tukia, Engineers Technologies Muhammad Azrizal bin Fauzi, the advisors of IEMSS-UITM Student Sections, Muhammad Nabils bin Muhammad Rahims, the chairmen of IEM-UITM Student Sections, Engineers Technologies Bernard Lim, IEM's Penang Branch Chairmen, Mr. Sim Kai Seng, Vice Chairman of IEM Young Engineer Sections Penang Branch. First of all, I would like to thank IEM UiTM Student Sections for giving me an opportunity to speak in today's recruitment drive. So before I start, maybe I give some short introductions regarding myself. So I'm Lo Chung Kits. You all can call me Lo or Chung Kits. I'm the current chairman of IEM's Young Engineer Sections Penang Branch for the terms 2020 and 2021. I'm a civils and structures engineer, currently practice in a consultant's firm. Okay, so without further ado, I will move to the contents for today's topics. So the first one, I will talk about IEMs. Then the second ones, we go to the technical divisions, special interest groups and sections. Then we have membership statistics. Then the next ones, I will introduce about IEM Young Engineer Sections, Penang Branch. So the fifth ones is the most interesting topics, which I think that most of the participants would like to know today, which is why want to join IEM. And the sixth ones, I will show you some our websites and our social medias. Okay, we go to the next one is about IEMs. So what is IEM? IEM is the Institutions of Engineers Malaysia, which was established in 1959. And its primary functions have two, The first one is to promote and advance the science and professions of engineering in any or all of its disciplines. And the second one is to facilitate the exchange of information and ideas related to engineering. So as organizations like IEMS, we got our visions and missions. Visions is our long-term goals, and missions is our short-term objective on how we want to do to achieve our visions. So the visions of IEM is we aim to be the premier learned engineering society, championing the adoptions of ethics and professional best practice in all sectors of the industry. For missions, IEM shall promote sound professionals engineering practice in support of the socio-economic development objective of the nations, service the needs and interests of its members and the public, and uphold the social standing image of the engineering professions, contribute towards nation buildings, and shall strive to enhance society consciousness of science and technologies. So this is the objective of IEMs as set out in the constitutions. First, to hold meetings, exhibitions, and visit, and such other activities as the institutions may deem incidental or conducive to the promotions or attainments of the professions of engineering, to raise the characters and status and advance the interests of the professions of engineering and those engaged therein, to promote honorable practice and professional ethics amongst members of the institutions, to communicate to members information on all matters affecting the professions of engineering, and to print, publish, issues, and circulate such publications, to do such other things as the institutions may think incidental or conducive. So some people may ask, IEMs, the difference between IEMs and BEMs. So IEMs is the Institutions of Engineers Malaysia, which is a professional learned societies. So when we register as a member of IEMs, we register as to gain knowledge, benefits, and also contribute back to the society. BEMs is the Boards of Engineers Malaysia, which is a regulatory bodies. And we register with BEMs as required by regulations or laws. Maybe I can give a simple examples. IEM is like a driving school, which we learn the driving skills, we gain our skills there. Then BEM is like a JPJ, which issues our license. It's a regulatory bodies. So BEM actually is formed under the registrations of Engineer Act 1967, which the latest revision is of 2015. So it is mandatory for university graduates to register as graduate engineers if he or she wants to take up employment as a graduate engineer. This is in accordance with Section 7.2a, which specifies that a graduate engineer who is registered with the boards may subject to Section 8 take up employments which require him to perform professional engineering services. A graduate engineer is a person registered under Section 10.1 of the Registrations of Engineers Act 1967. So according to Section 7.1b, when you register with BEMs, a graduate engineer will be entitled to describe himself or hold himself out under any name, style, or titles using the abbreviations grad eng after his name. The close cooperation between BEM and IEM has resulted in the recognitions of MIEMs as satisfying the criterion for PEng registrations with BEMs. It means that when you are MIEMs, when you successfully get your MIEM, which is the corporate members of IEMs, you can get the certificates issued by IEMs to register as professional engineers with BEMs. It also means that IEMs is one of the routes to obtain the professional engineers status. So the second one, we go to the technical divisions, special interest groups, and sections. In order to implement the learned society functions of the institutions more effectively, the following technical divisions, special interest group, or sections have been established. So in IEMs, we have total of 18 technical divisions, okay, from different disciplines. For example, agriculture and food engineering, chemicals engineering, civils and structures engineering, electricals engineering, electronics engineering, materials engineering, mechanical engineering, and water resources engineering. So if you all can see, there's two stars, electronics engineering technical divisions and materials engineering technical division, which is now stations in Penang branch. Okay, there are only two technical division that is out of Klang Valley areas. Okay, and materials engineering technical division is a newly established technical divisions, which only established in 2021. So the next one, we have 4 special interest groups. The first one is the informations and communications technologies, public sectors engineers, seniors special interest groups, urban engineering developments special interest groups. Besides a technical division and special interest group, we have also 2 sections. The first one is the young engineer sections, and the second is the women's engineer sections. Each division or section is run by a divisions or sections committees and is responsible for conducting its affair within general policies laid down by the councils. So it means that all divisions, technical divisions, special interest groups or sections have their own committees. And the committee is responsible for conducting its affair. Okay, but must within general policy laid down by the IEM's council. The third topics that for today is membership statistic. So we can see that IEMs have 12 IEM branches throughout Malaysia and 9 IEM Young Engineer Section branches and 32 IEM Student Sections. In Penang, we have 2 student sections, which is IEM UiTM Student Sections and also IEM USM Student Sections. IEM have approximately 49,000 members with approximately 10% growth rate per annum, which make IEM the largest professional organizations in Malaysia. So IEM membership is divided into 2 big categories, which is corporate members and non-corporate members. For corporate members, there's few categories below, which is distinguished honorary fellows, fellows, distinguished members, senior members, and members. For non-corporate members, there's distinguished honorary fellows, honoris members, senior graduate members, engineering technologies graduate members, engineering technicians graduate members, incorporated members, affiliate members, associate members, and student members. So regarding the details and the registrations of the memberships, it will be covered by Mr. Sim later. So this is the breakdowns of the memberships categories as of October 2021. In IEM, 25.32% of the members are corporate members, while 21.64% is graduates or senior graduate members. So the biggest populations in IEM is student members, which contribute 52.45%. And the rest 0.59% is others memberships, such as incorporated members, affiliates member, and associates members. So now I will introduce IEM Young Engineer Sections Penang branch. So about Young Engineer Sections. Young Engineer Section is formerly known as Graduate and Student Sections, but after that we rebrand it as Young Engineer Sections, YES. It is established more than 40 years ago in early 70s. The main objective of the graduate and student sections is to cultivate and expose young engineers into the professional engineering world. At the same time, these exposures will enhance their reports amongst fellow engineers and act as a platform for them to embark on a career in engineering. The main focus of IEM Young Engineer Sections Penang branch is to empowering graduates, guiding students. So what we do, we promote engineering, we educate and disseminate engineering knowledge, we provide professionals and personal growth, develop leadership skills, to encourage networking opportunities with others professionals bodies, to support IEM Penang branch and the institutions, and to undertake research and developments in engineering industry, especially those related to graduates and students. So this is some of our previous activities by IEM Young Engineer Sections. So this one we have recruitment drive at career fairs in Penang. So this one is a tree plantings together with MBSP and developers in Seberang Perai areas. And this tree planting activity has been recorded in the Malaysia's Book of Records. So we also have water rocket competitions in UiTM previously. IEM Young Engineer Sections has also attended to CAFIO 2017 at Bangkok. CAFIO stands for Conference of the ASEAN Federations of Engineering Organizations. It's a regional conference. We also have some team building activities. This one is at durian farms at Balik Pulau. We also have some monthly birthday celebrations. All these are before MCOs, and you can see some of the UiTM student sections representative is together with us. Actually, they join us for our every monthly meetings so that they can get update on what we do, what is our activities carried out throughout the years. Okay, we also have build and break competitions. This build and break competitions is for the secondary school students, which they were using the satay sticks to design their models, and then we'll put some loads to check and see how many loadings that the models can carry on. Beside that, we have a physical affinity runs. The left-hand side is at UiTM's in 2018. Right-hand side is at Design Village Mall in 2017. And we also have IEM Penang Georgetown Heritage Hunt 2019. This is some team building activities carried out at Tech Domes Penang. And also IEM Penang's annually held branch annual dinners 2019. which attended by Yang Amat Berhormat Tuan Chow Kuan Yeow, Chief Minister of Penang. We have some healthy days also. It's a hiking at Tokun Hills. And the next one is a hiking at Kueh Arumigus near Youth Park, Penang. During last year, after MCOs, we have our donation drive to St. Nicholas Homes. And also we have our Make a Plan days. Make a Plan day, usually we have our plannings for the whole years, that what activity that we plan to do. Then we have some ice breaking sessions. On the right hand side, you can see is a team building games called Gartic Phones. This is a blood donation drive. We organize together with the IEM Penang's Women's Engineer sections. Besides, also we have career sharing sessions with all the secondary school students in Jitsin. This is a virtual public health talks regarding COVID-19 pandemics that we opens free to all members. We also have series of technical webinars organized by IEM Penang and also IEM Penang. This year at early August, we have our National Summit 2021, which was hosted by IEM Southern Branch. It's a 3-day, 2-night programs, which we have series of activities, including webinars, virtual technical visits, our inter-branch meetings of young engineer section and also student sections. Then we also have chances to attend YAFIO board meetings and some networking sessions. IEM UiTM Student Section is also together with us in this national summit. So during the national summits, IEM Penang also being awarded the Outstanding IEM Branches Awards 2020. Due to the pandemics, we cannot have a physical meeting with other branches, but we have inter-branch meetings with Yes HQ and also Southern Branch virtually. We believe that we could not let this pandemic to affect our bondings with other branches. So this is our upcoming activities, which is our Virtuous Infinities Runs or Rides 2021, which is a running 10 kilometers or cycling 30 kilometers activities, and the registration is still open. So anyone interested can scan the QR codes to join us in this first ever virtual runs in IEM Penang. So now come to the questions. Why we want to join IEM? So here I list now 5 main category, which the first one, leaderships. When you join IEM student sections as a student members, you automatically will be the members of graduate and student sections or young engineer sections. So the first one is leaderships. Yes, provide a good platforms for young professionals from various fields to share, learn, and grow together. The second one is a networking. Yes, members can develop their professionals network as part of career advancements, such as doctors, architects, authorities, surveyors, and etc. We also have several subcommittees in IEM Penang for us to network with all others professionals. For example, in Penang, we have IEM's medical group subcommittees, heritage subcommittees, which you have chances to network with all others professionals such as doctors and architects and others. So the third ones are knowledge sharings. We keep our members up to date with the latest technologies and the best industrial practice. The fourth one is personal growth. Yes, activities and programs provide members opportunities to grow and develop personally. Last will be exposures. Being part of Yes, there are opportunities to participate in national or international events and conferences such as IEM Young Engineers National Summits and YAFIO. YAFIO stands for Young Engineers in ASEAN Federations of Engineering Organizations. So beside all these, we also have others benefits when you join IEMs, such as you can attend technical talks or technical visits with member rates. In IEM HQs, student members can join free for most of the 2 hours or 3 hours webinars. In IEM Penang also, we have some of the sponsor event which all the student member can join free of charge. So the second one, professional interviews. Professional interviews are conducted regularly throughout the countries for members aspiring to attain the professional engineer status. Publications. IEM publish a monthly bulletin named Kejuruteraan and a quarterly technical journals. In IEM Penang, we also publish a quarterly bulletins called Engineer Penang, which will include all our activities and the latest infos and also the best industrial practice in our bulletins so that we can keep our members up to date. Libraries. IEM Libraries is well stocked with e-books, e-journals, books, magazines, and CD-ROMs on various topics such as engineering, management, and self-improvements. So when you already register with IEM as a members, you can log in into the systems and search all the e-books or e-journals and others in the libraries. Besides, we also have loyalty club programs, which enable you to enjoy corporate rates or merchant discounts. Okay, these are some examples. For examples are BMWs, Protons, Focus Point, BP Healthcare, Institute Jantung Negara, and others more, such as hotels and others merchants, which provide discount to IEM members. Job galleries. Members will be able to browse, search, or apply for jobs posted in the IEM job galleries. Members may also post resume to our resume banks so that the secretariats can help you to cross-match with the suitable positions offered by the employer. So we also have IEM CIMB Affinity Credit Card programs. So in these programs, the IEM members can apply for CIMB World Mastercard and also Visa Infinite Mastercards, which originally, if you apply, is the both of the card needed 90,000 to 120,000 annual incomes. But when you are the IEM members, if you got only 24,000 incomes, you already can apply for these IEM CIMB Affinity Credit Card programs. So the next one is our social medias and website. IEM have the official website, okay? And IEM Penang also have our own website and our event website, which you can browse all the events that organized by IEM Penang. So you can also register in the website if you found any seminars, webinars, workshops that you are interested. Okay, besides, you can also follow our Facebook page and also IEM Yes Penang Instagram page for all the activity updates. Okay, so I think that's all from me. So maybe I pass to Mr. Sims to continue with the registrations process of IEM student members. Saswan?
Okay, thank you. Technologies, technology slow chunky. Okay, now let's welcome Mr. Sin Kai Sheng, Vice Chairman of IEM Young Engineer Section Penang Branch, to brief more about how to register as a member of IEM.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Sajwan. Thank you, everyone, and have a very good evening to our advisor for IEM Student Section, UiTM Penang, Encik Muhammad Azwan bin Tukia, Engineer Technologist Muhammad Az Rizal bin Fauzi, and then from IEM side, our IEM Penang Branch Chairman, Engineer Bernard, and as well as the chairman of IEM Young Engineer Session, Low Chun Kit. Yeah. So also thanks to Mr. Sazwan for the great moderation for today's session. And without further ado, let me try to share my slides. All right. So a very big thank you to technologist Low Chung Kit just now for introducing to us what is IEM, what is BM, what do they do, as well as more importantly, why should we join IEM, and why should we join Young Engineer Session. So next, we will be going into more on the IEM membership and registration processes, as well as the fee structure that we should know, so that in order to help us to guide our new students or our existing students who have not registered for IEM about what is the process. So to introduce myself, I am the Vice Chairman of IEM Young Engineer Session for the term 2020 and 2021. All right, so as discussed just now, as an extension to what is being presented by Mr. Chunkit just now. So IEM has these 9 types of memberships. So they can be divided into corporate and non-corporate members. So for the sake of ease of understanding, we will, for today, be focusing on 3 categories. The student members, graduate members, as well as the member of IEM. So student member, of course, is open for all engineering related students. So if you have not registered as a IEM student member, we have the guide later on how are you going to be register as a student member. And then after you graduated from your university, and after you got your scrolls and transcript, we can apply through IEM HQ to be converted from the IEM student member into IEM graduate member. And of course, the prerequisite will be to, like Engineer Bernard mentioned, to always register with Board of Engineers Malaysia before you do anything else. Yeah, before you register with IEM or even before graduation, you should already start to know the process about how are we going to register with BEM. Yeah, and then after 3 years of working in the related field, then you will be eligible to apply for a professional interview, passing it, of which you will be entitled to become the corporate member of IEM or MIEM, which leads to the professional engineer status, through an application with Board of Engineers Malaysia. So just now, as mentioned, there are two types of membership. Corporate member will be from MIEM and onward, whereas the rest shall be considered as non-corporate member of IEM. And only the corporate members are eligible for voting in general meetings in IEM. Yep. So this one also previously have discussed by technologist Junkit. So the close cooperation between IEM and BEM has resulted in the recognition of MIEM as a satisfying criterion for a professional engineer. Yeah, with registration with the BEM. So a bit about on what is BEM. So BEM is the regulatory body, part of the government, regulated by the Registration of Engineers Act, or REA, established in 19. It's actually under the REA Act, late engineer. This is important. Everyone should take note that only graduate engineers or professional engineers registered with Board of Engineers Malaysia are allowed to practice engineering within Malaysia. So this is why Engineer Bernard, and this is why we always tell our students, do not forget that once you graduate, you will need to register with the Board of Engineers first within 6 months of your, preferably within 6 months of your career into engineering once you graduated from your university. All right. So the registration with BEM, today we will focus on graduate engineer, and then after 3 years, you will be eligible, minimally 3 years, then you'll be eligible to apply to become a professional engineer. And then that is the first year. After you pass the first year, you can go to the second tier, which is a PCE, Professional Competency Examination. And passing it, and you will be able to get PEPC, which is Professional Engineer with Practicing Certificate. Of course, for BEM, it's not only limited to these 3 categories. We also have other categories such as the Accredited Checker, Engineering Technologist, and the Inspector of Works, all regulated under the Board of Engineers of Malaysia. All right, next we go more back into IEM about the membership fee structure of IEM. So we have 2 types of fee that we collect from our members. The first is the entrance fee, which is a non-recurring fee. We only or a one-time fee as soon as you join IEM. And then we also have annual subscription, which is a recurring fee, which we charge annually to our members. So a few points to take note here. For entrance fee, we do not charge students. So students are free to join. They only will need to join. They only need to pay the annual subscription fee, which we'll go into it later on. And then also to take note about the graduate, the point number 1 here. For graduate engineers who has been a student member for at least 1 year and who applies for transfer to this grade of membership within 90 days after graduation, then you will be entitled to be charged for 50 ringgit. Meaning as soon as you graduated, if you are a student member, you can apply to be converted to the graduate member with a charge of 50 ringgit. And those who do not fulfill the requirement marked in 1, then you will register as a graduate, and meaning you are not existingly a student member, then you have to pay for 80 ringgit fees. Yeah. So next, this one is the annual subscription, which is a recurring fee which we charge annually. So for students, we charge 20 ringgit. For the students who have not attained the age of 24, we will need to pay 20 ringgit per year. And after the age of 24, it will be 100 ringgit. And after the age of 30, it will be 155. So the same for graduate members. If you have not attained the age of 30, then we will have to pay 100. And after the age of 30, we will need to pay the same rate as the MIEM or the member of IEM at 155. Of course, for students member that is over the age of 24, but as stated by the IEM, able to prove evidence that he is still a bona fide student of a higher engineering related institution, then he can produce evidence to the IEM-HQ and to be approved for the rate of student who, which is 20 ringgit, yeah, before, even after he attains the age of 24. So for student members, we know that the recurring fee is 20 ringgit per year, annual subscription. But we do have an offer from IEM to pay a one-time fee of 50 ringgit for student members, meaning instead of having to pay 20 times 4, which is 80 ringgit at the end of 4 years, you can opt to pay for 50 ringgit at the beginning of your engineering student in first or second years. Then you can have a savings of 30 ringgit at the end of your 4 years. So this is generally the path that IEM students, IEM graduates will eventually go through from a student member. If you have not registered with IEM student member yet, then you may register today. Later we will show the steps and procedures, and then after you graduated, you apply to be converted from IEM student member into IEM graduate member. And of course, not forgetting to register with the Board of Engineers Malaysia as well. And after 3 years, minimally 3 years of practice with sufficient work and site experiences, then you will be entitled to go for IEM corporate members, MIEM, by going through a professional interview we call PI. And then the second tier, the professional competency examination or PCE, and you will be awarded with the professional engineer title. Yeah, the first year you will be awarded with PE, professional engineer title, and the second tier, after which you pass the PCE examination, then you are officially the PEPC, which is a professional engineer with practicing certificate. These are the types of membership cards. Yeah, different membership types will have different colors. And this is the website where you can perform your online registration to be registered as IEM student member. So you can scan this QR code or go to this website. Yeah. So before we go into the steps of how are we going to register as IEM student members, there are two main requirements to take note. One shall not be less than 17 years of age and should be pursuing a course leading to the award of an engineering degree or equivalent. Yeah, so IEM, UiTM, you are eligible as long as you are over the age of 17. So these are the list of documents that are required, scanned or photocopy, scanned or soft copy. So basically, to take note that all documents shall be in JPEG or PDF format, and the sizes shall be lesser than 2 megabytes. So if you have one size that is exceeding, then maybe you can go to online PDF compressors, which is widely available. And these are the documents that are generally required: passport size photo, and then the previous education certificates and transcript, STPM, diploma or matriculations, and then your offer letter into the university course that you're currently pursuing, and then to attach with a letter from your vice chancellor or the head of department of the university. We'll go into that slightly later on. And then of course, the e-banking facilities to pay for the entrance fee as well as the annual subscription fee. All right, so the steps are generally very easy. You just need to go to the website that I showed just now, and then you can do the registration online. The first step, of course, would be to enter your general details: name, address, nationality, your passport size photo to be uploaded here in the JPEG format, and so on and so forth. And then the second step is to enter your educational details. This is where you have to upload your educational transcript or certificates for diploma and or matriculation or STPM. And then a little bit of information required for your current higher institution, tertiary education, about your entry qualification, and then to upload the offer letter to be to be admitted to your this current engineering course here in UiTM. Okay, then the third step would be to select the subscription. Like just now mentioned, we are eligible to opt for two options if we are from the first and second year students. Then you can go for the one-time fee, which is 50 ringgit. And if not, you can go for annual subscription of 20 ringgit. So at the end of the 4 years, if you opt for this option, you only have to pay 50, whereas if you opt for this option, you will need to be paying 80, 20 times 4. So, next would be, of course, to proceed to payment. And then step 5 would be to submit some follow-up documents. So we will need to print the confirmation sheet after you have registered online, and then to upload the signed form attached with the HOD or head of department's letter of recommendation, or your vice chancellor's letter of recommendation to be compiled and submitted to IEM HQ. So this step is usually will be facilitated by our IEM UITM student sections. So if you have any queries, you can always refer to our student representative, UITM IEM student session. So this is some summary of tasks. For the student side, you need to prepare all the documents that I have mentioned just now as online payment, and to will need the compartment. They usually will act as
사람들이 다 흔히 말하는 연애의 온도도 사랑이라는 감정의 최대 유효한 기간 널 신경 쓴 적 없지 그냥 그러려니 난 그저 여전히 아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 뛰듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love 너무 당연해 I'm gonna love
Yeah.
여전히
I know you get a step back 무시했지 메시지 이제 그만 에리 너 또 고민이 돼 매일매일 이거 마치 게임 Let's 배워가고 있어 전부 I've been so foolish 너의 웃는 모습 때문에 최선을 다해 for you
아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love 너무 당연해 I'm gonna love 여전히 여전해
내게는 참 쉬워 아주 자연스러워 아마도 저 순간부터 알았던 것 같아 오랫동안 난 널 사랑할 거란 걸
흔한 계절의 흐름처럼 봄이 지나 여름이 차려진 듯이 한낮의 햇살은 꽤나 뜨겁듯이 내겐 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah I'm gonna love you Yeah I'm gonna love you 여전히 여전해 사람들이 다 흔히 말하는 연애의 온도도 사랑이라는 감정의 최대 유효한 기간 널 신경 쓴 적 없지 그냥 그러려니 난 그저 여전히 아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah I'm gonna love you 숨 쉬는 것처럼 I'm gonna love 너무 당연해 I'm gonna love
Yeah.
여전히 여전해
I know you get a step back 무시했지 메시지 이제 그만 에리 너 또 고민이 돼 매일매일 이거 마치 게임 Let's 배워가고 있어 전부 I've been so foolish 너의 웃는 모습 때문에 최선을 다해 for you
아침이면 커피 한 잔 마시듯이 해가 뜨면 서쪽을 향해 지듯이 너무 당연해 널 사랑하는 게 Yeah I'm gonna
All right. Sorry for the disconnection. Let us continue on to quickly go through this final part of my presentation. So the first step of register to be registered as an IEM graduate member after you have graduated from your university is to go into www.myiem.org.my and then click sign up now. So next you will click this graduate option. And then if you were an existing IEM student member, you will click yes, I am an IEM member. And if you are not, then you click no. So if let's say you are a IEM student member, then you will be led to the next page, which is to log in using your IEM student member online account. And if let's say you do not have one, then you will have to click this first time login. So this option is for the IEM student members who have student member account but do not have an online account. So you click on this option. If you have, then you will just need to log into your existing IEM student account. Yeah. So so upon clicking this first time login, you will only need to fill in a few details on your IEM membership numbers, and then your IC or passport, and then a username and password, and also to confirm password to sign up for the first time user, and submit. Yeah, the step 4 will be, of course, to fill in again your personal particulars. Those information will be extracted from your existing profile from your student members. If let's say you were a student member, and you are allowed to update to perform any updates to your existing information. And then the next step would be to key in your general educational details, your general education, and then your SPM levels, and then your university level. And this one is important. To be eligible to be converted into the graduate member account, you will need to, graduate member category, then you will need to upload your tertiary education transcript, your certificate of graduation from university, and then as well as some information about your date being awarded. Yeah, I think for university is this section here. So after you have keyed in all the general education and tertiary education information, then you will submit for approval. Last but not least, of course, you are required to enter the engineering discipline, and then the BM graduate engineering registration numbers, as well as BM letter or document after you graduate, after you obtained the BM graduate engineer status. Yeah. And then, of course, the last step would be to proceed to payment. And then after the payment, you shall be notified once your transaction is successful, and once the HQ have reviewed all the documents and information that you have submitted, then through email, you are able to be entitled to officially be the graduate engineer of IEM. Yeah, so that is generally what wraps up the process and procedures to register as IEM student member, as well as after you graduated as IEM graduate members. Yeah, so this one has been covered by Chung Kit just now. I would like to take this opportunity to again try to promote IEM Young Engineer Section. So IEM, yes, is the Young Engineer Section. So you most likely know what Young Engineer Section is doing. We have organized a lot of activities, be it technical related or non-technical related. We have technical talks, technical visits to factories, to the industries, to the big companies. We also do have a lot of interactions, activities with the student sections. We have leisure activities to visits to Taman Negara, to other interbranch, and then we do some CSR, corporate social responsibilities, blood donation drives, we do recruitments, and then we do some healthy events, badminton competitions and runs, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that is all from my end. I think that should wrap up all from our side, and I will now pass back the floor to Shazwan. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Sim for give us berikan kita cara-cara macam mana kita nak mendaftar. Okay, now let me introduce Mr. Muhammad Nabil bin Muhammad Rahim, President of IEM Student Section, UiTM Pulau Pinang, to give some words. Jika sesiapa para penonton yang ingin bertanyakan soalan berkaitan fee ataupun apa sahaja, boleh hit up the chat box lah. Gitu orang kata. Okay. Sementara kita menunggu Tuan Presiden kita ni, yang saya rasa mungkin mengalami masalah teknikal. Hello, Encik Nabil. Apa khabar? Selamat malam.
Hello. Hai. Baik.
Okay, boleh berikan sedikit panduan?
Okey, pertama sekali saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada Tuan Pengerusi Majlis, Saudara Syazwan. Seterusnya saya nak ingin mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada Engineer Teknologis Bernard Lim, Chairman IEM Penang Branch, kerana sudi meluangkan masa bersama kami dalam program Recruitment Drive ini. Dan juga saya nak ucapkan terima kasih juga kepada Teknologis Low Chong Kit dan Cik Sim Kai Sheng, Chairman dan Vice Chairman IEMSS Penang, kerana sudi memberi penerangan yang jitu dan padu tentang IEM kepada pelajar-pelajar UiTM, khususnya pelajar jurusan kejuruteraan. Saya harap pelajar-pelajar dapat mengetahui lebih mendalam tentang apakah IEM dan mengapa ia penting untuk kita ketahui dan sertai. Di sini saya ingin mempromosikan peluang untuk mahasiswa UiTM Cawangan Pulau Pinang untuk menjadi sekretariat IEM Student Section UiTM Pulau Pinang. Okey, mesti tertanya-tanya mengapa kena sertai Student Section kan? Kenapa? Jadi dalam Student Section ni, di sinilah tempat untuk kita bina connection dengan young and senior engineers di luar sana yang telah berada dalam industri. Kerana sebagai engineer ni kita kena ada connection yang luas, kerana ilmu sentiasa berkembang pesat dan sentiasa akan terus maju ke hadapan. Jadi kita kena ambil sedikit sebanyak ilmu engineer kita yang dah berkhidmat dekat luar sana, kita sebagai pelajar lah. Okay. Bina connection tu, connection penting dalam dunia sekarang. Jadi seterusnya kita di dalam student section ni kita boleh membina, menambah baik skill komunikasi kita, kerana skill komunikasi ni penting kerana untuk menyampaikan satu-satu perkara, kita perlukan komunikasi. Jadi di sini kita nak polish kita punya skill komunikasi kita, supaya nanti dah grad nanti kita dapat aplikasikanlah apa yang kita dah belajar di universiti ini. Seterusnya, di dalam student section ini juga kita boleh memupuk sikap kepimpinan yang baik di kalangan kita, kerana bila kita nanti dah habis belajar, kita akan automatically kita akan jadi seorang pemimpin. Kerana nanti kita dah habis, kita dah ada ijazah, kita dah ada diploma kita, nanti kita akan bekerja, nanti kita akan jadi secara automatiknya kita akan jadi seorang pemimpin kepada dalam satu organisasi kita nanti. Jadi di sini kita dapat, bila kita join student section ni, kita dapat polish kita punya kepimpinan kita. Okay. Seterusnya kita dapat bina, meluaskan lagi social circle. Okay. Kerana social circle tu penting, kerana dengan siapa kita bergaul hari demi hari juga penting. Kerana setiap apa yang kita bergaul mungkin bermanfaat untuk kita pada masa hadapan. Jadi dalam student section ni kita dapat berkongsi secara langsung atau tidak langsung banyak perkara tentang kejuruteraan yang mungkin kita tak tahu pun, kan, tapi orang lain tahu. Jadi secara tak langsung kita berkongsi pengetahuan yang berfaedah dan bermanfaat untuk kita akan datang nanti. Dan seterusnya, kita dapat belajar satu ilmu baru, iaitu mengurus program. Contohnya program online seperti sekarang ini. Tak semua orang dapat peluang ini, dan insan-insan terpilih je yang dapat peluang ini. Jadi di sini kita nak belajar mengurus program ni macam mana, kita nak urus program macam mana. Kalau kita fikir kelab-kelab lain juga ada buat program, benar tak kita terfikir macam mana diorang buat dengan keadaan sekarang, dengan online macam. Jadi di sini kita dapat belajar dan kita dapat experience first hand cara untuk mengurus program-program seperti ceramah, webinar dan sebagainya lah. Okay. Itulah sedikit sebanyak kenapa kalian semua rakan-rakan harus join student section kita di UiTM Pinang ini. Oleh itu, saya menjemput student engineering untuk join kami, dan kami sentiasa terbuka untuk menerima kalian bersama-sama dengan kami. Dengan itu, kalian kalau nak join kami boleh join nanti, ada link group WhatsApp di hujung Google Form kehadiran nanti. Dan jangan lupa juga untuk follow kami di media sosial kami yang ada di live chat. Dalam live chat tu kami ada blast. Ada bawah tu kan. Itu dia kami punya media sosial, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook dan juga di YouTube kita lah. Boleh follow. Jangan malu, jangan segan. Apa-apa soalan boleh bertanya di Instagram ke, ataupun di Twitter, boleh tag kami ke, ataupun boleh contact kami di grup WhatsApp yang akan kami berikan lah sebentar nanti. Okay. Kalau dekat live chat ada apa-apa soalan yang ingin ditanyakan, boleh ditanyakan di live chat dan kami cuba jawab lah soalan-soalan yang kalian ketengahkan. Okay. Itu aku mesti majlis. Terima kasih.
Okey, terima kasih kepada Tuan Presiden Encik Muhammad Nabil Mubarak. Okay, as approaching to end of this program, I would like to say thank you. Before that, now we are open for any question from students. Students can ask your question at the chat box. Eh. Okay, first question from Cham Tono. Okay. Nama betul pun saya tak pastilah, nama pelajar, mungkin pelajar UiTM ni, Cham Tono ni. Okay, jadi saya ingin ajukan kepada Engineer Bernard. Okay. Okay, can I know how long is the process for me to get the IEM membership after I have registered? Okay. Silakan Engineer Bernard.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you very much, Syazwan. So, maybe apa yang paling baik, saya tanya tuju kepada Chungkit, right? So dia baru apply, right? So paling bagus ialah tanya berapa lama proses untuk dapat. Chungkit, you can answer that?
Yeah, actually, after we have submit the applications forms, then it takes time around 1 to 2 months lah.
Yes.
But if you experience low response from IEM HQs, you can reach us or reach the IEMSS-UITM student sections or IEM Penang. We can help you to follow up with IEM HQ regarding the registration's status.
Yes. So I think one of the things that I was just chatting with Chungkit is that we may want to organize a membership drive, right? If situation as permit, bila situasi dah menjadi lebih baik, so mungkin kita boleh collaborate. Yes, aku boleh collaborate dengan UiTM buat one time submission sekali right, untuk proses lebih cepat. Right, so saudara-saudari sekalian, jika ingin minat, semua pelajar dalam UiTM boleh kelompok sekali. So kita boleh tolong satu proses untuk submit sekali lah. Kita pun dah buat banyak kali ini bukan kali pertama lah. Right, so jika boleh kita boleh sekali kumpul semua, kita submit sekali semua. Okay, boleh? Ya, saya pass balik kepada moderator.
Okay, next question from Hairul Azman. What is the process for graduate engineer to register for professional engineer? Ini saya serahkan kepada mungkin Engineer Bernard.
Saya boleh jawab lah. Saya boleh jawab. Chungkit, do you have a slide video or you don't have apa? Jika tak ada, saya akan boleh terang secara ringkas lah. Okay. Right, secara ringkas dia, proses dia begini, Hairul. Selepas dah habis graduate sebagai engineer, seperti yang saya beritahu tadi, langkah pertama ialah register dengan Board of Engineers. Right? Selepas dah register dengan Board of Engineers, seorang graduate engineer akan dalam pengalaman 3 tahun sebelum boleh apply sebagai professional engineer. Right? Dia ada logbook yang kita buat di mana awak perlu mendapat seorang mentor. Mentor tersebut dalam bidang seperti civil, mesti ambil mentor dari bahagian civil lah. Tapi jika dalam syarikat yang saudari kerja ada seorang mentor, bolehlah lebih senang sikit. Tapi jikalau tak ada, mungkin awak boleh jumpa dengan IEM akan dapat seorang mentor untuk anda tersebut lah. Dan selepas 3 tahun ikut proses logbook, awak boleh apply sebagai PE. Now, dalam proses tersebut ada beberapa benda yang perlu buat lah. Selepas hantar logbook, lagi satu proses ialah apply. Lepas tu application form yang mesti isi. Lepas tu ada interview. Dalam interview tersebut dia juga ada essay jugalah dia mesti. Right? Lepas tu bila dah lengkap dalam proses tersebut, awak boleh apply untuk mendapat PE lah, professional engineer. Right? Dan professional engineer, ujian tersebut ialah dibuat IEM akan tolong. Tapi PE nama IR ke depan adalah diberi daripada Board of Engineer. Sebab board yang engineer ialah bahagian yang boleh bagi awak bukan IEM tapi Board of Engineers. Right? Lepas tu ada lagi satu langkah selepas PE. Mungkin saudara-saudari mau menjadi konsultan pula. So dia ada proses satu lagi panggil PEPC, right? Practicing consultant, right? Professional practicing consultant lagi, satu step lagi. Iaitu lagi dia ada satu ujian yang perlu dibuat. Right? Dia ada satu ujian yang saudara-saudari perlu buat. Lepas tu jika lengkap dan dah lulus dalam ujian tersebut, then dapatlah menjadi seorang PEPC. PEPC makna dia awak boleh practicing consultant lah. Right? So secara ringkas ini proses dia. Right? So jika lebih teliti, kita boleh organize satu proses untuk mengenali macam mana proses dia isikan form tersebut lah. Kita boleh buat lagi satu masa untuk cari satu masa lagi. Right, Chungki, you want add on anything?
Just the most important part is to register once you graduate.
Betul, right? Register, dia paling penting sekali. Right, yang lain kita boleh buat. Ada banyak kala banyak yang lupa. Dan tak susah untuk register sebagai board engineer, tak susah juga. Right? Dia isi dia form cepat, right? Okay, itu saja.
Kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut, 27 November ini IEM Penang branch ada organize satu route to PE punya workshop. Anyone interested can join us.
Yes, mungkin nanti Chungkit, you can share the event with them lah. Right, the link. Okay. So bagus saya dapat tanya sampai masa itulah. Ya, so yang paling dalam soalan daripada Batrisya Nizam. Saya boleh dengar soalan saya? Sorry moderator.
Boleh sir, boleh sir.
Boleh So, yang ini paling penting, yes. Join BM dulu. Jika tak pasti mau join IEM, join BM dulu. Itu paling penting. Right? Jika lupa pula, itu mesti patah balik, tak boleh patah balik Right? So join BM dulu, tapi tak pasti mau join BM dulu. Right? Itu penting. Banyak orang yang lupa. So boleh. Now disadvantage ialah tak ada apa-apa banyak disadvantage. Of course awak akan disadvantage banyak lah. Tadi Chungki dah buat banyak disadvantage dalam aktiviti dah tak dapat join semua. Itu yang awak rugilah. Tadi Chungki dan Sim pun dah highlight banyak benda Jikalau tak masuk IEM, banyak yang rugi Right? So ada banyak aktiviti yang kita buat. Dia seperti Chungki yang beritahu, dia ada aktiviti untuk bukan kepada Malaysia saja, kita aktiviti ASEAN juga. Right? Yafiu adalah satu bahagian untuk Asia. Tahun ini tahun depan tahun ini Kafio dia akan organize meet daripada Brunei. Tapi dia buat virtual lah dalam beberapa bulan ini. Bulan November Kafio yang conference Federation of ASEAN dia akan organize kat Brunei, daripada Brunei. Tahun depan tak salah saya is where is it next year dia akan rotate satu daripada semua negara ASEAN, right? So bila AFIO pun dalam yang engineer pun boleh participate. Itu yang rugilah jika tak join. Okay? Itu saja.
Okay, terima kasih. Terima kasih atas jawapan daripada Patricia pun reply. I see. Thank you sir. So much sir.
Boleh.
Saya rasa mungkin tadi adalah soalan terakhir lah daripada saudari Patricia. So as approaching to end of this program, I would like to say thank you to all our honorable speakers for your time and willingness to join us in this program. Thank you to all students who joined our program. Now, this is the moment, the most of the students waiting for. Students scan the QR code for e-activity at the end of the program. Lastly, thank you and sorry for all the inconvenience. Okay, terima kasih Engineer Bernard. Terima kasih Teknologis Low Chung Kit dan juga Presiden Muhammad Nabil.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, terima kasih Engineer Bernard. Apologies.
Terima kasih Nabil.
lupakan dia. Biarkan aku hadir dan menata ruang hati yang telah tertutup lama. Jika kau masih ragu untuk menerima, biarkan hati kecilmu bicara, karena aku yakin kan datang saatnya. Kau jadi bagian hidupku, kau jadi jadi bagian hidupku. Takkan pernah berhenti untuk selalu percaya, walau harus menunggu 1000 tahun lamanya. Biarkanlah terjadi, wajar apa adanya, walau harus menunggu 1000 tahun lamanya. Jika kau masih ragu untuk menerima, biarkan hati kecilmu bicara, karena ku yakin kan datang saatnya. Kau jadi bagian hidupku, kau jadi bagian hidupku. Untuk selalu percaya, walau harus menunggu 1000 tahun lamanya. Biarkanlah terjadi, wajar apa adanya, walau harus menunggu 1000 tahun lamanya. Selama apapun itu, ku akan setia menunggu. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah. Takkan pernah berhenti untuk selalu percaya. Takkan pernah berhenti untuk selalu percaya, walau harus menunggu 1000 tahun lamanya. Biarkanlah terjadi, wajar apa adanya, walau harus menunggu 1000 tahun lamanya.